Alright, welcome to the rebirth of my YouTube channel. I'm fresh off a meet as of a week ago. It was my first powerlifting meet in the PA Federation, and that was also my qualifier meet for the PA Open Nats, which is in April next year of 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia. But anyways, I kind of want to reboot this YouTube channel to kind of document my training journey a bit better. I kind of want to, I guess, talk about things that I don't really post on Instagram. On Instagram, I really only just post training, PRs, random sets, some of my accessories on my stories here and there. But I don't actually really like talk about my training at all. And I've always really wanted to kind of, I guess, expand upon my training, my thought process throughout training, etc. Um, but anyways, like I said, this is my first week back in the gym off of a beat last week. I didn't take a week off. This is sort of just a deload week, just to get my body, my wrecked body, back into the swing of training. Sorry, I'm kind of dealing with like a sore throat right now, so I'm kind of suffering right now. So forgive me. And I'm also eating a Nutty Buddy or Nutter bar, whatever you want to call it, right now. So if you hear some crunching and some wrappers unwrapping in the background, just ignore that. But anyways, what you're seeing some single arm rows and now some lat raises. But anyways, I think this was my first day back. So I showed some bench clips in the beginning, and I think those were supposed to be like 2 count pause benches, but I usually suck at 2 count pause benches, and they end up being like half a second pause. Sometimes I'll throw in a pause that might be, a second or two, but I feel like my pauses in training are pretty crap, and they're usually a lot shorter than they probably should be. But anyways, there's not a whole lot I really want to talk about. I was thinking about posting the videos from my meets last weekend and all my attempts, especially when I broke the unofficial world record deadlift in the 93 kilo weight class in this video, but I decided to just kind of leave those videos out of this video, and this will kind of just be the complete refresh of everything. But if you do want to see my recap, you can check out my Instagram at Demetrius. I think it's Demeetrius, just my first name with an extra E. But as we go through this particular training session, and like I said, I apologize. I have a really sore throat right now. It's not really sore. I'm just kind of congested still. I've been kind of getting over a sickness that I've had for like a couple weeks, and I haven't even like had it for like a couple weeks straight. I had it maybe a month ago, and then it went away like a week before my meet, and then literally right after my meet, it flared up again. So now I'm kind of congested. So I probably got it from somebody that was in my Airbnb. But anyways. In this video, just kind of show some bench, some rows, some lat raises, some tricep extensions. So basic arm accessories um, that are just kind of routine in my workout program, block to block, that my coach gives me. I also do belt squats on bench days, and actually, like I said a few minutes ago that this was like my first day back from the meet, which would have been a Monday of this past week, but I think this is actually Wednesday because I do belt squats on Wednesdays, and I do not remember recording anything on Monday. But anyways, here's me doing some belt squats, and as you probably noticed, I like to do belt squats with no hands, no diddy. I don't know. Something about just being able to really focus on balancing throughout the midfoot and really just focusing on your hip position, knee position, ankle position, hip mobility, openness of hips, torso position. I feel like you kind of become a bit more intimate with your belt squat and ultimately your actual barbell squat position when you do belt squat with no hands. Because I mean, you're not going to be using, your hands when you're doing barbell squatting in order to like kind of stabilize yourself, unless you're doing like those half-field squats. Oh, and here's a mid-video posing routine. There's also going to be another one at the end of the video, even though I already included one at the beginning of the video. But I feel like my posing kind of sucks. I feel like there's only really one or maybe two poses that I feel like I'm actually decent at, which are front double by, and then I think it's back double by, or it's like a back flex position. I don't know, but you're basically doing double by in both ones. Um, I feel like with how many like bodybuilders I know personally, I should be able to, I don't know, be able to do a few poses. I haven't really talked about it much. Even on my Instagram, I haven't really talked about it much. But I've had an injury for about 7, 8 months now, and it's a lot better now. But you're probably wondering what I'm doing right here. And right now, I'm holding two 10-pound plates together. So I'm squeezing them together, and then bringing them to my sternum, and then extending out and holding for a second. So I injured a tiny muscle called the coracobrachialis that starts at the coracoid process in the shoulder and goes into what is this bone? The bone in your upper arm. I almost said femur, but that's in your leg. But anyways, the muscle travels from the coracoid process in your shoulder down in between your bicep and tricep, like a few inches before your elbow, if that makes sense. And it bothered me. It's been bothering me still, actually, and there's not much I can really do about it except to do like preventative maintenance on it. So I'm doing exercises like that, trying to hit the pec deck to try to strengthen that muscle, get some blood in it before and after my workouts, stuff like that. But since it's not really affecting me that much anymore, and I recently went on to hit an all-time bench PR at my meet last week, I don't really want to talk about it much. But if you guys want me to talk about it, I will. Fast forward a couple days later. This video, or these squats actually are from yesterday, Friday. But since I'm doing this video at 2 a.m. on Sunday, it's technically from 2 days ago. But like I said, it's my first week back, so it's a light day. The weight is high key, feeling super heavy, and at 375, even though it moves super fast, it was feeling heavy. My quads would be, my lower back would be, you know, my hips were shot. I'm not like injured or anything, but I was feeling just extremely, extremely beat up. And I threw my belt on, as you can see. And I usually do throw my belt on at 3 reps or like 4 plates, at like 4 or 5. And I usually throw my knee sleeves on at like 375. Actually, I usually throw them on at like 2 reps. But anyways, 375 still moved good, even though it was kind of painful. And I made that easy jump to 485 for my last warm up. And this is actually my secondary squat day, so I'm not even going like super heavy. So last warm up was pretty good. Made the jump to my top set, which is 496, which is only 5 kilos or 11 pounds more than my last warm up. And usually on my lighter days, I like to take my last warm up like super close or like pretty close to my top set weight. And I don't know why, but that's always just been a thing. I'm sure I could go about it a smarter way and make, a bigger jump between my last warm up and my top set weight on my secondary day. But I honestly just choose not to. Um, all right, so these are my back downs. Uh, 446, moving pretty good. 202.5. Um, this is easy rep work. This is just over my bench max of 200 kilos, actually, which I hit for the first time in my meet last weekend. Um, it's my second set, and I believe I only had two sets of five after that top set of five at 496. Oh my god, this sore throat's kind of getting to me. I might need to have a cough drop or something pretty soon here. But anyways, after squats, I'm moving on to deadlifts. And oh my god, this is probably the worst part. So I stripped the bar of squats, and at this time, I completely forgot I had to deadlift. So I literally stripped the bar, put all the plates on the weight tree, then remembered I had to deadlift, and then I had to take the plates back off the weight tree and bring them over to the deadlift platform. So here's my first deadlift warm up. I usually actually start with two reds on my secondary day. So on Fridays, I do secondary squat and secondary deadlift. And I always do deadlifts after squats. And the reason I start with two reds is just because I'm like already warmed up because I just got done squatting. So, why would I even start with a single red on deadlift? Because I feel like it's just an unnecessary starting point. And sometimes I'll even start with like three reds on deadlift. And if I'm feeling real spicy and I'm not going like super heavy on that day, then I might even like, just start at four reds. Just, just a chill guy like that. Alright, so there's four reds. Move pretty good. And then I think, yeah, I jumped straight to my top set, which is 600 pounds. So I thought I only had 600 pounds for like a pause single, but I was wrong. I looked at my program right before the set, literally like 30 seconds before, and I noticed I had to do a set of four of pause deadlifts. So what I thought was going to be a easy, chill, single, turned into a set of four. Now it's not like this weight is like super fatiguing to me or just heavy to me, but it's always a bummer when you think your set is supposed to be easier than it's actually programmed to be. um, these are my back downs. I think I had two sets of five, four maybe. That's 3 reps, 4 reps, 4 reps. So two sets of four, if I counted that correctly. Two sets of four at 540 pounds. And usually, I like to do my back downs if they're under 600 pounds beltless just to kind of improve my core stability, core strength. But since I'm fresh off my meet and my body is just absolutely wrecked, I was like, I'm just gonna throw on this belt just for, you know, safekeeping. I don't really feel like being any more sore than I really have to do. Plus, I want to get back in the swing of things next week when the weight starts getting a little heavier as I prep for Nats. And I just want my body to be back to 100% as soon as possible, just because during this particular session, it just wasn't at 100%. All right, so the video is about to end in a few seconds here, but here's some last minute posing. If you got any posing recommendations or posing tips, these are literally like the only poses I know. Like it's literally like half-ass vacuum, pull one leg up from the shorts, and then do this like double by. So, video's about to end, but if you guys have any tips, let me know. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you.